Hello! I had a dream last night. You were in it. It's kind of embarrassing. It's really weird. It involves you, me, and some YouTubers that I actually don't think you watch. But you were in it, so here you go. We went to London on some sort of trip and we're staying at this hostel. But for some reason the night that we were staying at this hostel was their last night in that building, and the next day they were moving buildings, so it was like this whole big deal. But of course, while we're there, we meet Jack and Dean, end up hanging out, and somehow, someway, Jack and I get along really well. You and Dean get along really well. So the four of us are doing stuff. And Jack is holding a kitchen knife. Like, not like a steak knife. Like the kind you use to chop up your onions. Like a big knife. And I don't know why. There we are, walking about the city doing touristy things. It's like London is a multi-level city. There's like street level, but then there's an upper street level. And we're on the upper level. Jack still has a knife. All of a sudden, like, I see things across the street behind the guardrail or whatever, like little things poking out, and I got really excited. Turns out they were giant cacti, as tall as houses, just growing from the lower street level. For some reason, like, Dean, I guess, didn't make it across the street or something. He disappeared. But you, Jack, and I are just like gazing over in awe of these giant cacti. You're looking over the edge, and then like I turn to say something to Jack, ends up kissing me, and I'm like, that was odd, and I'm confused now. And so we decide to kiss again, I guess. And you turn around, of course, just as we part, and it's that whole like awkward like looking away because we don't want to say anything, don't know if you saw, but maybe you saw, and so we're all just gonna ignore it and pretend that nothing happened, even though I just got kissed by a guy that I just met who happened to be holding a knife. And then somehow we end up back at the hostel. Jack and Dean and some of their friends were helping us move our stuff. We go to say goodbye, and of course none of this is acknowledged. Like the next day, like it's still, there's no recognition of anything that happened. We're going to leave the building, and then Dean, he's not very tall, but next to you, he seems even shorter. So I guess you two didn't hit it off as well as he had hoped, but Dean is like, do you want to hang out, or do you want to come stay with me? And you're just like awkwardly telling this person who in my dream essentially looked like a child that you're not interested. And then I'm like, oh, I guess I should say goodbye to Jack. Literally, I slow motion turn around to face him. And instead of just saying goodbye, I pull out a knife. The knife that he had this whole time, I now apparently possess. And I hand it to him and say, here, this belongs to you. You can take it back. To which he replies, no, that's your knife. I was just holding it for you. And then we left. And that was that. Thought you might enjoy it. Maybe. Perhaps. Any which way, you should check out Jack and Dean because they're entertaining. Lovely talking to you. I'm gonna stop now. I'm really hungry and really cold. Bye!